we're getting into an area of the car here. This is the back driver's side quarter panel, rear quarter, I should say. And this right here, this section, I would say probably has the most damage out of all the car, the whole car. The roof does have some dings in it. I don't know if this car was in like a hailstorm or something. I really don't know, but quite a few dings on the roof. But this right here was definitely something hit it, or it slid into something here. So I don't know, like a typical thing like body shops do is instead of like taking apart the interior and then pounding the dent back out, they'll drill holes and then grab it with something and try to pull it out. Well, yeah, they didn't do a very good job of that and left most of the dent. Okay, so most of the dent is still there, and they just body filled it, used body filler. And you can see there's another dent over here. I can tell from the inside, okay? If you feel down into the wheel well here, you can feel like a bulge right in this area, right in that area there. And as you can see here, the paint's cracking really bad in this area. Another way you can tell is, let's see if I have that over here. Yeah, I've been using this magnet, okay? You can go around the car, or if you're ever like going to, go buy a car and you wanna find out how to, like especially something like this, that it's old, a vintage car, you don't know what's been done to it. Bring yourself a magnet, okay? And then you can go around and see where, where it holds, like right here, okay? Okay, so up here, the magnet holds, but down here, falls off. So we know that right in this area here, it's definitely got a lot of Bondo, okay? Okay, sorry about that. It got really loud. We got a lot of rain here in Florida, so you couldn't hear me. So, but anyway, like I said, you can check around with a magnet to see where the worst body filler is. So I know that I'm gonna uncover more bad stuff here. I may order a whole new quarter. I'm not 100% sure about that. There is a company that sells this lower section here, and I think that would be smart to do. On the other side's pretty good. I double checked everything on this side, and you can see from the inside here, there's no dents on the inside. So it's pretty much just that spot. But, I knew that I was gonna uncover things. I knew it, so it's no big deal. I have been working on a few other things. So this piece here was in this little section, okay, right there. So we replaced that. I also did the rocker panels, the front rocker panels in this section here. And this one here as well. I don't know if I still have those laying around. Oh yeah, I do. There's a piece of it, you can see. So that's what they used to look like. And I just kind of fabbed up some pieces and TIG welded it all together to make that shape. And they came out pretty good. So yeah, I'm just kind of like moving along this section here, kind of taking off all the paint here just to see what's good and what's not. All along here is really good. Until I got to this little spot. So we got that fixed. Yeah, so I went up a little further to make sure that it was good up in this area. And I'm gonna assume that, the wheel arches are okay and all that. So I just feel like this end right here slid into something, and pretty significant damage over here, but we'll get it fixed. Not a big deal, not too big of a setback. What I am using, and this is a good tip, the Mustang that I've got sitting right there. You probably can't see it, but I took the fender, okay, this fender here, and I've been using this as metal, okay? And this is actually great because if you look at this Mustang fender, particularly the SN95, they're very curvy, okay? So it starts off flat here and then gets more curvy as it gets towards this end, okay? So that's great. And the reason why is because let's say you cut out, like for instance, this piece here that we cut out, okay? So what all I did was I came over to here and I slid it along here until I found the correct curve, right? So down here it gets a little too curvy, you see? But up here, it was just right. So I had to do it twice because I actually cut one that was too small, so I had to cut another one. But that's where I got this piece. And with the curve already in the metal, okay, it was very easy. Now, let's say this had a little more curve to it, you know, a little bit more radius. I could have come down here. See? You got way more curve down here. As you can see, that little curvature, it was better over here. Okay? So I recommend that, you know, like if you're doing something like this and you need little panels, patch panels, go to the junkyard and grab one of these fenders. I mean, it's really good steel. It's exactly what you need. I believe it's 20 gauge steel, okay? And the patch that I made for that actually fit perfect, okay? And it welded in real nice right in this section here. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. But yeah, I mean, from the title of this video, I just kind of wanted to go over, like, I've been noticing on like Facebook and, you know, I look at all the marketplace to see what's for sale and all that. And lately I've been seeing a lot of projects for sale that people are just kind of abandoning, whether it be because financial reasons or they just get unmotivated. A lot of people say that they've just found other projects and all that, but really what that means is they're just got unmotivated. So I did want to kind of talk about what it takes to take on like a project like this. If you remember the black Mustang that I put the 2JZ in, I had that thing down to bare metal as well. I mean, I had it, you know, torn apart just as much as this. And I came to the realization that you have to be very goal-oriented as far as like small victories, okay? One thing I noticed that will discourage you in a project is if you are always thinking about the overall picture. If you're thinking about what it's gonna be like when it's done, okay? I have found, this is me personally, I have found that I have to stop thinking about that, and I have to think about like small victories. Like the small victory of getting this section of the quarter panel, or the rocker, I should say, finished. And how does that look? And then, you know, feeling a bit of accomplishment on that little section that you did. And you'd keep doing that. You know, you just keep saying, okay, today, like, okay, for instance, when I was stripping the roof, what I did was I taped it off. I taped off the roof so that I know that's my goal, is to get from the tape, all of it stripped. That's my only goal. I didn't care about all the rest of the car, because if you sit there and you dwell over, oh, I have all this left to do, it becomes discouraging. People stop working on things, and then it ends up sitting in somebody's garage for a year, and then ends up on Facebook Marketplace for sale, and you end up losing money on it. So, you know, I was there before too. I totally understand it, but I had to kind of change my mindset, change the way I thought about it, and start just doing small victories, okay? You got to kind of think of it in those terms, because some of these big projects can be very daunting. There's a lot of people that are very good at just compartmentalizing each individual aspect of the job, okay? And that's what you got to do. You can't just try not to get overwhelmed by it. So I just kind of wanted to go over that because it's something that helps me, you know, get you some headphones, get into some music, and just work on one little section of that car. Like if I was to look at this and be like, I have all this to strip. I have all these lines to redo. I mean, it would be like, I would have nightmares. You know, I would be like, forget this. You know, this is too much. But you just don't think about it. Don't even give it a thought. Just do one little section at a time. Oh, we got to work on this? Okay, I'm going to focus on this until I'm done with it. You know, I need to strip the paint off of this little section. Okay, let me do that, and then I'm going to walk away from it. And that's how you do it. You just keep doing that, and eventually you're going to look back in 6 months from now, you're going to be like, wow, look what I got done, and you're not even going to realize it. So anyway, I just want to show you a little bit of what I was doing. I was pulling a dent out there with, you know, you can get yourself a little nail. I got these little nails, and get yourself your, if you have a welder, whatever, you can use your MIG or your TIG or whatever, and you just weld it on, you know, weld it on to wherever your dent is. And then I kind of modified this little puller here. I use this to pull bearings and stuff like that, but I just kind of modified it a little bit with a little hook on the end of it. I don't know if this is not focusing or not, but you can kind of see where I made a little notch in there so that the nail fits in there. And then I can pull the dents out, okay? So we're gonna do what we can to get this all straightened out, and then, yeah, we'll just keep moving on. Move on to the next section, and then just keep going. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully you got something out of it, learned something. I know it's something that I've had to kind of come to grips with myself, so maybe it'll help someone out there. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Check y'all later.